Leatherface made his AEW debut tonight, and it was kinda ironic. He felt at home because sometimes watching AEW Dynamite feels like you're being hacked in to tiny pieces. Is it because of Tony Khan being a terrible booker and doing an absolute hack job on this company? Or is it because it's so boring you'd rather be hacked into 10 million pieces than watch this for another minute? I don't know, but either way, Leatherface is here. He's in AEW. He is all elite. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your Dynamite review. This one was labelled, titled, call it what you want. This was called Fight for the Fallen 2023. I don't understand why they do these Fight for the Fallen, and I'm not burying just AEW here because I know NXT do it. I think next week they've got NXT Heatwave. I understand that. It's to try and get a better rating, to try and get a pop, to try and make a normal weekly show feel a little bit better, try and put a spin on it. I get that. But the Fight for the Fallen, it kind of sounds like a patriotic thing. It kind of sounds like something you do, I don't know, on a Remembrance Day or something like that, but I can't imagine that is the reason behind it. I don't think AEW is paying tribute here to the troops or anything like that. I don't think they're fighting for people that have died in wars. I'm assuming it's just a random name that Tony Khan thought was good. But yeah, I've always wondered why they came up with Fight for the Fallen, because I'm pretty sure he is not paying respects to anybody, especially in a company that hires a prick, a fat, overrated, fucking slimy, tattooed bastard called Brody King, who calls all police, all military pigs and wishes death on them. When you got someone like that in the company, I don't think you're very patriotic. But anyway, enough about Tony Khan, enough about the absolute scum that he hires. Let's get into this show. Thankfully, I don't think they were on it, the Brody King. Was he here? He might have been, actually. I think he was. Fuck it. Okay, this show was shite. Now, all joking aside, let's get into it. Fuck Brody King, though, for real. Match number 1, AEW International Championship. Orange Cassidy versus Wheeler Yuta. Right. I hate both of these guys, but at least Orange Cassidy, at least he's got something, alright? He's got a crap gimmick, the hands in the pockets, but he has that kind of look to him. He's got that theme song. He comes out with a denim jacket, sunglasses. Just as, like, his appearance, and I'm not, when I say appearance, I mean the way he dresses. I'm not talking about physical, because the guy looks like a runt, you know, the guy looks like Spike Dudley's fucking twin. You know, there's not much beef on Orange Cassidy, but at least he has a different look in terms of his style and appearance from a visual, like, clothing aspect. You know, he comes out with the sunglasses, comes out with the denim jacket, he's got, like, that 80s theme song. He's orange, he's freshly squeezed, he wrestles with the hands in the pants. It's fucking weird, but at least he's got something. What has Wheeler Yuta got? Apart from a couple of missing chromosomes, you look at this guy and he just looks like someone that is not fucking right. How is he in AEW? How is he teaming up with the Blackpool Combat Club? How can we take Jon Moxley serious? How can Jon Moxley be this main event guy when he hangs around with Wheeler Yuta? I'm just no buying it. We get the match. Orange Cassidy wins. The Blackpool Combat Club are at ringside. And this International Championship reign continues. And it's like, what is the fascination here with Orange Cassidy? Why is he holding this? Is he trying to compete with Roman Reigns? Is he trying to go for like 3 fucking years? I don't get it. Orange, what's their fascination with Orange Cassidy? And I know Darby Allin came out in an interview and says the TNT belt doesn't mean as much anymore. He thinks that he made it mean something. No! Fuck off, Darby Allin, you absolute tool. How could you possibly think that you made a belt mean more than Christian Cage? The reason the TNT title doesn't fucking mean anything now is because back then, it was a secondary title. When AEW first started, it did feel important. Cody Rhodes held it, and it felt like the Intercontinental Championship. It did. Now there's so many different belts in AEW. Everybody has a belt. Every segment has a belt. There's the Atlantic, International, TNT, there's all these fucking mad belts. Then you've got all the women's belts, but let's not count them. You've got people coming from like Ring of Honor, Japan, AAA, and they're all bringing their belts as well. And it's like every fucking segment has a belt, whether it be an AEW belt, a Ring of Honor belt, a New Japan belt, a AAA belt. It's like there's so many belts. There's almost as many belts as there is fucking wrestlers on the roster. And you wonder why, oh, this belt's not important anymore. Maybe because every segment has a fucking belt, it just doesn't feel that special anymore. Could you imagine if WWE Everybody had a fucking belt, and it was like a pass me down trophy or participation award. I mean, what the hell is this shite? Seriously, no wonder the belts don't mean anything anymore. I mean, even the world title doesn't even feel like it means that much in AEW. It's an absolute joke. Anyway, Cassidy wins. The Blackpool Combat Club come in. They start beating down Orange Cassidy. It's 3-on-1. Best Friends come out, and I don't get this. I just don't get this. How are Best Friends coming out and making the save? Now, albeit they didn't do a good job of it, but how are we supposed to take Best Friends, this fucking tag team that has been a joke since day one? Let's not get it twisted here. A joke since day one. They get fucking brought to the arena. They get they arrive to the arena in the back of their mum's fucking truck. Their mum drives them to the arena, and we're supposed to believe that they can get in a ring and go 50-50 with Jon Moxley, a guy that AEW, for the first 3 years of this company, protected more than anybody. He had 2 reigns as world champion. He was pretty much, I think he only lost twice in his entire first 3 years. I don't even think they were clean losses, to be honest. This guy, there was nobody protecting this company like Jon Moxley. He was the number one guy. You could tell, unless you live under a rock, you could tell in the first 3 years of AEW that Jon Moxley was the guy. Tony Khan was making the top man in this company. Tony Khan was making Jon Moxley the guy, and he never fucking lost, at least not clean. The guy didn't lose. The guy very rarely looked vulnerable either. And now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just over the past couple of weeks, he's going 50-50 with Best Friends. It's bad enough him going 50-50 with Orange Cassidy, but Best Friends, like, what is it? It does not make sense. It just does not make any sense. This would be like Roman Reigns going 50-50 with, I'm trying to think of a shite tag team, and like Humberto and Angel Garza. No, no joke. No fucking joke. That's what this would be the equivalent of Roman Reigns going 50-50 with one of those guys. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't fuck happen. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. And Jon Moxley now, he just doesn't feel special. He just doesn't feel like that top guy. He's been beaten over the past couple of months, beaten by the Elite, beaten by Best Friends, beaten by everybody. Honestly, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Anyway, we had a brawl. Eddie Kingston came out. Big Fatty came out. Apparently he was touring in Mexico while he's back. Or was it Japan? Who cares? I'm surprised he didn't bring out a belt with him. Fuck me. Alright, moving on. Up next, we've got Don Callis. He wants Jericho to join the Don Callis family. I like Don Callis. I like Jericho. Even though I think Jericho's been a bit, let's just say, crap for the past 6 months, 18 months. I don't like the Jericho Appreciation Society, but I do like Chris Jericho. And I thought this was a pretty good promo here with him and Don Callis. Jericho says that don't worry about the JAS walking out of me. I need to change. I need to become a better person. Don Callis is expecting a no from Jericho in regards to joining the Don Callis family, but Jericho surprises him with a yes. Don Callis can't quite believe it. Don Callis is like, right, let's go and celebrate. We gotta go drink some beer. But Jericho, before he drinks some beer, he wants to know about the picture. There's a picture in the ring. Don Callis is like, forget about that picture. But Jericho's like, no, I want to see it. We see the picture, and it's Don Callis holding a beheaded Chris Jericho. Kind of similar, I guess, to the Kathy Griffin one on Donald Trump, although this one looked a lot better. This one did look pretty cool. Kathy Griffin just looked like your generic liberal Looney Tune that just wants to kill somebody, whereas this was done in, a joking entertainment kind of fashion, whereas the Kathy Griffin one, probably, if she could get away with it, she would have probably done it. Anyway, plus this one was cool, it had the effect and stuff. It just, the other one was brutal. Well, you get my point, right? It was fucking not right. Let's move on though. Jericho calls Callis out in this. He's like, what you doing? Did you think I would say no? Do you think I deserve to be beheaded? Do you think I deserve to be killed just because I wouldn't join your stupid faction there, buddy? Don Callis then slaps Jericho after a little bit of back and forward. We then get Take a Shitter comes out. take a shit, starts attacking Jericho. Jericho battles back, gets the upper hand on Take a Shitter, and then Jericho gets attacked from behind by somebody, and thank God the commentators pretty much put him over straight away. The commentators, before he even attacked Jericho, they were like, oh, that's Will Ospreay. Well, it's a good job they told us that, because nobody would have fucking knew. Crowd's dead. I mean, this Will Ospreay guy, how is he going to feud with Jericho? All in, man, this guy's taking on Jericho now. Jericho, he should not lose this guy. If Jericho cares about his career, if Jericho wants to have anything left in wrestling, don't put your foot down. I don't know, do politics, do something. Refuse to lose this guy. I mean, look at the guys that Jericho has lost in AEW, and went on to be absolutely nothing. Remember that guy he lost to the guy in the blue pants? What was his name? I can't. Look, that's how bad it is. Jericho claimed that he put all these guys over. He's lost to a bunch of nobodies. Now, again, Will Ospreay's got, I guess, a little bit of name value if you watch Japan or Ring of Honor. But the average person watching doesn't know and doesn't give a fuck about Will Ospreay. That is a fact. That is a fucking fact. A couple of months ago, they were feuding Jericho with Sting. Why did they not wait and put this match on All In? Sting versus Jericho, one-on-one. Even if they can only go 5-10 minutes, here, that'd be enough. 5 minutes would be plenty. Why couldn't they do that? Why couldn't they save that big match for their biggest show? No, they have Sting in some shite feud with Swerve Strickland, and then Jericho's facing this Will Ospreay guy that nobody cares about. I don't get it. Will Ospreay joins the Don Callis family. I mean, good for him. Do I care? Not really. Match number 2, Darby Allin and Nick Wayne versus the Gates of Agony. Like, what is this shite? I mean, I know Darby Allin. I barely know who Nick Wayne is. Some bum that skateboards with Darby Allin. And the Gates of Agony, just two guys that look like they've never had a wash in their life before. So I'm not really going to get impressed by this match. Darby Allin gets the win with his team. After the match, Swerve Strickland's coming into the ring, but we cut to Titantron, and Sting has kidnapped some black guy. He's doing Joker Sting. He done this in TNA. He's doing it again. He's acting like the Joker. He announces that they've got a match at All In. I mean, it was okay. I like Sting, but surely they've got something better for Sting than this. I mean, come on. This is a big show. Probably could be Sting's last big show, I mean, for all we know. And it's, why not just have him in a one-on-one match? Why not have Sting go one-on-one, a match that means something, rather than this just multi-man, 6-man, whatever it's going to be, 6-man tag match? It is garbage, man. It is fucking... And who is this black guy he's kidnapped? I don't have a clue. Apparently it's Swerve Strickland's friend or some shit. I don't know, and I don't care. Honestly, what was this? I like Joker Sting or whatever, but he is surrounded by fucking bums. Let's just be real here. He is surrounded by jobbers, surrounded by fucking nobodies, people that are going nowhere. See, 20 years' time, I mean, these guys won't even be a trivia question. No one will care enough to make them a trivia question. Why is Sting wasting his last fucking year, or whatever time he's got left with these guys? On it, like, fuck. I don't get it. I don't get it. AEW could be good if you think about it. I mean, it has got name values in there. I mean, you've got Jericho, you've got Sting, Christian Cage. People that could do something. Yet, what are they doing? They're doing absolutely nothing, so. Plus, I thought Darby Allin was feuding with Christian Cage, and now he's in a feud with fucking the Mogul Embassy. I mean, make up your mind. What's he doing? Going into this All In, what's his gimmick? What's his program? Who's he facing? What's his feud rivalry? I don't know. I don't even think Tony Khan knows. I don't think Tony Khan knows anything. Up next with MJF, Adam Cole. Here they cut their wee best friends promo. Story time with Adam Cole. Adam Cole says that he's going to beat MJF and don't take it personal, but he needs to win this. MJF says, "Oh, that was a nice story, Adam Cole, but it's just a shame that mine's is better." He talks about how he got signed after doing well at All In, but he almost didn't get on the All In card, blah, 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 blah. They have a hug. We see Adam Cole in his little skinny arms. It's hard to take this guy seriously, how he is getting pushed into the main event. Adam Cole also said that in every single company he has been in, he has been the top guy. And he doesn't want that to change in AEW. Well, hold on, Adam Cole. Let's be fucking honest here. In WWE, you were not the top guy. You were on the development show. That is a stretch. That is like Braun Breaker saying he's the top guy in WWE. That is like Carmelo Hayes saying he is the top guy in WWE. That would be like Tiffany Stratton saying she is the top woman in WWE. No, you're on the development show doing absolutely nothing, right? The development show. You can't even talk about being the best until you get promoted to the main roster. And that's not me burying NXT. It's just keeping it real, okay? If you're on NXT as a champion, that's not even a mid-card belt. That's a low-tier belt because you're on the development fucking show. Yeah, this guy is trying to claim that he was at the top of WWE because he was in NXT with the title. And then he says every other company's been in. Look, apart from NXT, apart from WWE, all your other companies are irrelevant. What's Adam Cole been in? He's talking like a guy that was in, I was in WCW, I was in ECW, I was in Prime TNA. No, you were in none of that shit. You were in fucking bum jobber companies. Local indies that mean nothing. You were in nothing. Adam Cole talking about how he's been on the top of his game and top of all these companies. What companies? Fuck. Honestly, I could do a WWE Universe on 2K23 and that company would have more prestige than whatever company you're talking about. You're a bum. Absolute bum. Anyway, it was a decent little promo, but whatever. Jericho then was backstage with Renee. Jericho challenged Ospreay to a match, all in, it gets accepted. So, yeah, Jericho versus Ospreay. Then we got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Deathmatch. Jeff Hardy versus Jeff Jarrett, Battle of the Jeffs. We got to see Leatherface make his debut. It was just mayhem, really. Karen Jarrett in there, Sonjay Dutt, Matt Hardy, Jay Lethal, Brother Say, Ethan Page. Everybody was in this match. Jeff Hardy doing a swanton through a table. Leatherface came out with a chainsaw that wasn't on. And I'm not saying I really expect him to put it on, but at least when he was chasing Karen Jarrett up the ramp, why couldn't they put the chainsaw on then? There was a period in the match where he kicked some guy, so I don't expect them to have the chainsaw active and actually on at that point, because accidents could happen. But when this guy is walking up the ramp to attack Karen Jarrett, it's you could at least have the chainsaw on then, no? Instead, they just had the chainsaw. It wasn't even on. It wasn't even fucking moving, but they had this audio backtracking thing to make you think that it was on, but it wasn't on. A bit lame. Anyway, Karen Jarrett runs off. Just everybody gets involved. In the big guy, Satnam Singh hits a big choke slam. Jay Lethal hits a fucking hammer, screwdriver, hammer, I don't know what it was, something to the back of Jeff Hardy's head, and then Jeff Jarrett gets the win 1-2-3. So Jeff Jarrett is now beaten, or Jeff Jarrett as he likes to call himself. That's what he calls himself. I don't know why I'm saying Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett has now beaten Jeff Hardy in 3 companies: WWE, TNA, and AEW. So looks like Jeff Jarrett has got Jeff Hardy's number. You know what? I thought it was fun. I was looking at some of the wrestling websites and they all bashed the fuck out of it. They all buried it. They all gave it minus ratings and all this shit. But no, I mean, AEW were doing this. They were trying to promote the new game. It was a bit of fun. Come on, we got to see some cool wee spots and stuff. And it was a clusterfuck, but I mean, it was a good clusterfuck. I'd rather watch this than watch a bunch of guys like, I don't know, Will Ospreay and AR Fox and Tiger Driver and people like that, man. Honest to God. So give me this over that shit. I thought it was alright. So that is what it is. Match number 4, AEW Women's World Championship match qualifier. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus the Bunny. Right, okay, the Bunny's been in action for a year. Did anybody truly believe that this match could go any other way other than Britt Baker winning? I don't get the point. What? This must be the most mismatch I've ever seen on well, maybe not ever, but no one, why have a qualifier when it's so fucking obvious who's winning? Is this a example of how bad AEW's women's division is, that the Bunny was the biggest and most credible threat that they had to Britt Baker to qualify for this Women's World Championship match? It's no one would believe that. No, you would bet your life. You actually would. You would have bet your life on Britt Baker winning this. I just don't get the point. Anyway, Britt Baker does win. I think that they could have put in a better challenger for Britt Baker. I don't know who. I'm not sure who, but I mean, surely there was somebody else that they could have put in this match, like Ruby Soho or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of people on the roster. Chris Statlander, maybe they don't want her in it because she's already got a belt. I don't know. I mean, the women's division does suck. Sky Blue, give her another chance. I'm trying to think of people. What about that Thunder Rosa? Is she not there anymore? I just refuse to believe that out of everybody, the Bunny here had the best chance of winning against Britt Baker. I'm just not buying that. Very, very mismatch here for the qualifier. The Acclaim came out. They got attacked by House of Black. Fuck the House of Black. That's my opinion anyway. Screw that. Julia Hart's hot. That's the only thing I like about the House of Black. Then we got the main event. The Young Bucks versus the Gun Club. Young Bucks, of course, win. Young Bucks ain't going to lose to anybody. Especially not Billy Gunn's kids. So, yeah, the Young Bucks win. I think it was cut short. I'm not complaining. We then got the rest of Bullet Club Gold come out after the match. They attacked the Young Bucks. They beat them up. Then FTR came out to make the save. FTR then looked at the Young Bucks, and that's what we're going to get going into All In. We're getting the Young Bucks versus FTR. So, I mean, that was it, guys. That's it for your Dynamite. I like the Jericho Don Callis promo. The MJF Adam Cole one wasn't bad. I mean, the Leatherface match was a bit of fun. It wasn't a serious match or whatever, but for what it was worth, it was fun. But all the other matches absolutely sucked. So yeah, I can't say this AEW Dynamite was great. I will give it a 2 out of 10. It wasn't the worst AEW Dynamite I've seen, far from it, but it wasn't really that exciting either. So yeah, just over a week to go until the big show, till All In, and I'm not all in here, guys. I'm not really feeling it. I don't think I'll be buying it at this point. So yeah, they need to do something to change my mind. And I tell you what, Will Ospreay on the card, that's not going to do it. Fucking Will Ospreay is not going to make me pay $29.99 for a pay-per-view. So yeah, do something different, Tony Khan, and maybe, just maybe, I'll purchase this event. Anyway, guys, that's it. Been Fog Wrestling. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. 2 out of 10 for AEW Dynamite and Leatherface. The return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Till next time, though. Peace.